Welcome back to the show. The SEC versus Ripple case. It may be close to over, but is it? We have a lot to talk about today. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $2.2 trillion market cap for crypto. The market's off by 0.2%. Bitcoin just under 60,000 at 59,600 plus. Ethereum's been stuck right around 2,600 as it still is today. $115 billion plus market cap for USD Tether. We got something on that today. $34 billion plus market cap for USDC. At the number 6 spot, number 7 is XRP at 57 cents, up 0.4 on the 24, up 28.9% on the 7-day. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that is, I think that's because we were in the middle of that huge dip that we had, wasn't it? I believe that's correct on the 7-day there. So that's why we get really skewed ranges, I believe, but we'll keep an eye on it, no question about it. All right, range of price very quickly here between 55 and 58 cents, and we can see we're up at the top of that range, and hopefully we've done that bounce and we can turn around. I know one of these bounces should be the last kind of retest before it really takes off, if we're going to see a repeat or something that rhymes with the last two bull runs that we've seen in XRP's histories past. This time I want to tell you very quickly about, before we get started here, it's linked to, ladies and gentlemen, private equity, the best in the world with the most affordable minimums available in the market. Over 1 million users, 82 incredible companies to choose from. But the thing is this stuff runs out very fast. And I bet a lot of you still don't know that you're actually accredited. All you got to do is go sign up and register. They have open accreditation that you can do. I think you could do self-accreditation now. I'm not sure, but I think it's open. But you can check that out for yourself and see. And you will be surprised just how easy the process is to onboard. Let's get started right here. Oh, brother. Tether and the Tether CEO, Paolo Ardoino, I believe it is. The difference between Ripple and the real USD Tether is Ripple is seeking regulatory approval. Tether's CEO says they don't care about the usage of USD Tether in Europe or the US. I have the clip here. Shout out to XRP Drops for this. He does say it. Take a listen.
With Tether, we are, as you surely you know, and so we are not big in DeFi. We do really care about being the stablecoin for the last mile. So we focus on the adoption in the real world. So payments, remittances. We don't care about the usage of USDT in Europe and the US. We don't think Europe and US are a good market for us, and in general for stablecoins. That is our own opinion. So we devoted our energies to
focusing on smaller markets. And this is interesting. Look, remember, the Secret Service and the FBI are partnered with USD Tether, according to this guy, even. This is why all of this, look, Bitcoin feels like a government psyop, but as long as BlackRock and Fidelity got exposure to it, so does Daddy, right? USD Tether apparently is some kind of captured operation that is quite obvious to me, and I think most other people. The fact that MiCA regulations have shut the door on USD Tether makes me expect that we should see that probably in the UK as well, and also here in the United States whenever we get legislation, someday soon, I hope. And if that's the case, I mean, then Tether could never, ever have the opportunity to compete for the real dominance of the US dollar's position in the digital world, because it's not available in the largest economies of the world, starting with the EU. We'll see how it plays out. But you get it, and he's acknowledging that they're not even planning to be in those markets ultimately. So I would expect that to happen, which means you're clearing the path for the Paxos, the USDC, and the real USD to have the race to who can be the dominant digital dollar in the digital world. And you can't even have that conversation unless you have spent the last decade plus making the case. As Vet shares here, the XRP Ledger closed 90 million ledgers like clockwork, processing your transactions fast at low cost and censorship resistant in every ledger. That is how you make yourself a candidate in the digital world and digital world we're moving to serve, I believe, as a value protocol for all the money. You show them how many ledgers have been closed without interruption or error. Ripple's XRP Ledger might be the hottest thing in crypto right now. Number one infrastructure provider. That's what we're talking about. Number one infrastructure provider here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is all you need to see because we don't even have the XRP ETF market popping. But this is what gold looked like right before it got ETFs, spot ETFs. Yeah. I did mention we don't have an XRP ETF, but we're going to get one, right? And I'm pretty sure it's going to be BlackRock doing it. Yeah, I would expect something similar that you see on this gold chart. That's what I would expect. Especially when you have the demand of the financial system needing to use XRP on the back end. As you can see, Ripple and Stellar are illustrated here in a Swift presentation. Ripple, Stellar, right there. So, it's interesting, when you see all of this stuff and you start to really realize, and I'll play this just so people understand. XRP is a bridge currency to the world. Let's listen to Naveen Gupta explain it perfectly.
Let's assume it's again $1 billion, right, of exchange that's happening. Then you have an opportunity to match these two order books together. And with almost nil friction, you're able to take a AED and do a payout in Philippines peso, right? And that's the plumbing that we're building, and digital assets enables that without compromising on AML, without compromising on KYC, without compromising on any security standards around the world. You're able to take advantage of 24/7 market in AED to XRP, hypothetically, for example, and XRP to Philippines
peso. Absolutely. And then there's this. Think about the launch of the real USD, the fact that Ripple will have the ability to print digital dollars for their customers. Okay, is that dawned on anybody? Yeah. So they got two printing presses. They have the one where they made XRP, 100 billion in total, right? And they have a ton in escrow that can call on all the time. And now they're going to have the ability to print digital dollars as well. Loving this for us.
So one question that I hear a lot is what the Ripple stablecoin means for XRP, and does this reflect some reduction in our commitment to XRP, or is this a replacement for XRP? And I think obviously the answer to that is no. I mean, we want there to be more credible assets on the DEX. We want trading volume. We think that that XRP has a unique role on the DEX as a bridge asset, features like auto bridging, and we think that more volume on the XRP ledger is a good thing, both for XRP and for the ecosystem.
No doubt about it, and I can't wait to see what happens, because I'm telling you, it's going to be an accelerator having the real USD on the XRP ledger and the Ethereum network, exposed to over $400 billion worth of market cap. And I tell you, it could just be that we see XRP or the real USD take off on the Ethereum network first, because there's more establishment there, right? More layer twos. They may find a benefit very quickly there. And I don't think it'll take long for them to discover just how efficient the XRP ledger is, as we just showed you earlier. And then you may see a mass exodus to get over to the XRP ledger. Meanwhile, there was floated this idea right here. Remember, we covered, I think it was Chad Steingraber that created a conversation that I thought was super cool. He said, with the 12 XRP that you have to have in your wallet when you open up a wallet for XRP, there has to be 12 XRP in every wallet as a reserve to operate the wallet. This helps cut down on spamming on the account, because you have to have that reserve to maintain the wallet. Now, with that being said, I think Chad had mentioned the idea that if you had 100 million XRP wallets opened up, that would require 12 XRP to be held in those 100 million wallets, which would create 1.2 billion XRP locked up that no one can spend because they have to have it there just to keep their wallet open. Now, I thought that was an excellent example of just how just general adoption and opening wallets could gobble up an enormous amount of XRP just for the reserves of the wallet. None of us have had that conversation before. I thought it was a fantastic point by Chad. Then there was this idea. David Farrick came out and says he disagreed completely, but he wanted to offer another idea, basically. He said, here's my reasoning why we wouldn't see that. 100 million wallets lock up 1.2 billion XRP. He basically said two reasons. One, he believes XRP was meant for institutions, and basically saying XRP will be 3 to 4 digit asset, like $100 to $1,000 or more, and basically saying at $500 XRP, how many people, assuming XRP would be at when it gets to $500, will be able to afford a $6,000 wallet? Because at 12 XRP reserve, you would have to spend $6,000 just to have an XRP wallet opened up. This is a fantastic point to build on the speculative thought and idea. But institutions will have wallets. This only magnifies if you're looking at a $1,500 XRP, for example. He says, I can guarantee there won't be 100 million XRP wallets in the coming days. Bookmark this. That's how strongly he feels about it. So basically, that is the suggestion, saying that when the price drives up so high, so quickly at some point, that the regular retail holder won't even be able to afford to open a wallet a la sit at the table. It's an interesting thought. It really is, because there is going to be a point where they get priced out. There's no question. And that has been a conversation for a long time. Now, let's look at this conversation here very quickly. We know we are in a 60-day window if the SEC is going to appeal, but they could bring another lawsuit altogether. Now, I'm not saying this to be an alarmist. I want this to be over. But I'm an investor. So I don't get to play games like act like they don't have other avenues they could take. I don't get to, I'm not afforded the luxury of saying, well, maybe Gary Gensler will just not be Gary Gensler when he wakes up in 61 days, right? I don't have that luxury. So I have to entertain all the good and the 5-digit figure of XRP, as well as I have to figure in what is the nasty, diabolical next thing that our government will do to try to suppress this technology for the big banks so they can delay the inevitable. Ashley Prosser puts it forward here. Last year, the SEC disagreed with Judge Torres's summary judgment ruling, and they sought an interlocutory appeal, which was denied. Now, that shows you how much they didn't agree with that first decision in the summary judgment ruling, which found secondary market sales are not securities and that XRP in and of itself is not a security. So the question is, now the case is concluded at the district level, do they still hold the following views? That A, the court's ruling on offers of sales and trading platforms and those for services involving controlling questions of law. B, substantial grounds for difference and opinion exist. And then B1, there's substantial ground for difference in opinion on whether issue or offer of sales over crypto asset trading platforms can give rise to investment contract under Howey. There's substantial ground for difference in opinion as to whether or not distributing an asset in exchange for services constitutes an investment of money. So look, I'm not saying that they're going to bring another lawsuit, but they can if they want to. And they showed a desire to want to do that when they sought the interlocutory appeal. When that was denied, I remember covering it at the time and saying, don't forget, they may want to come back at the end of this case and bring a new lawsuit over that summary judgment, but they weren't able to do that until the case was officially over. So hold your breath and wait. And let's hope that it is simply over, because that's what I want it to be. Completely final with complete legal clarity that does not inhibit Ripple or XRP from operating in their full intended use. And looking at the use, let's see what the chart says here. This is Crypto Insight UK, who's amazing. Will, you're badass. This chart is great. We appreciate you, and we appreciate all the OGs and the TAs out here like Will and Eggrad Crypto and Dark Defender, Crypto Bull 2020, and so many more that offer their work for all of us to see. But you can see we're down in that channel. We're just under 57 cents, right? And we're down in this channel that he showed here to be aware of. And we're looking at it, and it pulls back into that previous support, right? And we'll see if we can get back through it and back out of that channel and get back past that resistance. I do remember, as Eggrad Crypto has said to us, it's that 70-75 cent range. We get above that and start closing strongly above that range, and all those beautiful numbers we all hear about for so long are still on the chart, just waiting for us. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. Oh my gracious, we got new film from Butler, PA, and you're not going to believe what's in it. There are real problems here, and as I have said multiple times since the event happened to try to take his life, and you know I can't really say the name because I got lightly censored the other day on YouTube. It's the truth. Don't believe it. Still true. You know, you can't do certain things. You can never know what those certain things are. But if you say T-RUMP, it could be a problem sometimes. It just depends on the mood of YouTube. So we're going in here, but I have something I have never seen before, and it's the person on the roof in a way you've never seen him before. New video right now in the Freedom Zone. I hope you'll join us, digperspectives.com. Click the Freedom Zone. Come on in for next to nothing. And see what we have for you today. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. We're getting started right now. Come on in. Oh, boy.